This episode is brought to you by Olive and June.
And I'm a brand new fan of Olive and June because we're going to be talking about their gel polishes, which we're really excited to get. But prior to even this, like 2 weekends ago, Mats and I were out and he treated me to 2 Olive and June polishes that I painted my toes, and they look so good.
I love painting my nails at home. As you know, Olive and June delivers up to 21 days of flawless wear with a high gloss shine that won't chip, lift, or dull. There's no damaging removal thanks to their new peel off base coat and salon speed soak off system. Say goodbye to the drama of gel removal.
Olive and June's new gel mani system includes everything you need for a salon quality manicure in one box, and you can customize it with your choice of 6 gel polishes, which breaks down to less than $2 a manicure. There's a custom 5-finger LED lamp and the iconic poppy for easy painting with your non-dominant hand.
They also have a high-performance cleaner solution, HEMA-free, 15-free, and always cruelty-free and vegan.
I used to be a huge salon manicure kind of girl. Like, I was getting my gel every couple weeks, and I have to say, like, when I stopped doing that, I realized how much more of my life I had back.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I used to think that going to get a manicure and pedicure was relaxing, but I don't know what happened in the last few years, but
it was a sudden shift.
It does not feel relaxing anymore. It just kind of feels like I'm being pushed around and I have to leave. And that is why I switched to doing my nails at home.
I have to say, I think I'm probably the most excited for the peel off base coat, because that has been like the thing that has stopped me prior to this from getting into doing an at-home gel manicure.
Yeah, my nails actually got pretty damaged too because of all the scraping. And I asked him to stop doing that at the nail salon, and they're pretty resistant to that. So I like that I can be at home and, control that myself. I'm also really looking forward to all the shades that they have. They have 60 plus best-selling colors.
I'm so excited. CV red is like that, like perfect orangey red, which is like my favorite shade to wear.
Visit oliveandjune.com/blame me for 20% off your first Olive and June gel mani system.
That's oliveandjune.com/BLAMEME for 20% off your first Olive and June gel mani system.
From Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Tommy back.
Yeah, I am.
And the executive producers of Power.
There's levels to this game.
Comes the final season of Force.
We're gonna have to be careful about our next move.
We get what we can now and take the rest later. This is gonna be the battle of our life. It's go time.
This is a dangerous life that I choose to be in with you.
Force.
Never bet against me, because I'm always win.
Premieres November 7th, only on Stars and the Stars app.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find
and
it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Oh, hello and welcome to Don't Blame
Me.
Don't blame me, don't blame you, don't blame us. Whatever it is, it's not my fault. And if it is, I'll tell you it's my fault.
I take full responsibility.
Always, unless I don't.
Right.
In which case,
not my problem.
Who did that? Not me. Not me. So, well, welcome to Don't Blame Me, a podcast where we give you wonderful, amazing, life-changing advice. Hold on, I have to move my plastic bag that my wig was in.
You can share what it is now, because Halloween's over with.
Which is crazy, because, like, I could talk about it, but then I also still don't know everybody's thoughts and feelings. So, like, I'm waiting with bated breath as we're recording this. But my Halloween costume, I was Hillary Faye from Saved. And I say this now, I do fear that nobody is going to know.
I did, though. when you sent it? Do you like how quick I caught myself on the live stream?
It was impeccable. She caught herself so quick saying my costume.
Yeah, we were talking about movies that we're going to do on But Am I Watching? And then you said, have you seen Saved? And I go, that's how I...
She was going to say, that's how I know what you were being for Halloween. That's how I knew the costume. So far, you know it, and 2 of my neighbors know it. The neighbors who are married to each other. The rest, no. But one of my neighbors, she's shooting on location right now. And so her wife, we went over to her house after we filmed our TikTok. So Mats is in costume, I am in costume. And we were like, let's go see if she's home so we can just show her. And she answers the door. She was like, oh my God. And I showed her the TikTok and she was like, please send me that. I have to send it to my wife. And they loved it, which was great. But when I looked on, I looked on Letterboxd after I already had got everything for the costume. And when I looked at how many reviews there were, it was strikingly low compared to other movies that I consider like indie movies. And I was like, oh, okay, this is actually a little more niche than I had anticipated. But I will say specifically, I almost told one person, and I'll give them a shout out. I almost told Moises what I was going to be because I was like, I think you are going to love this. If you already don't know this movie.
They don't because they don't know who Mandy Moore is. They're not going to get it.
So that's why I almost told them, because I was like, I need you to watch this movie before Halloween so you can get my costume. Because by the way, I think you're going to love it. But unfortunately, it does feature the actress who you're unfamiliar with her existence on planet Earth.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're not going to get it. But I will say, I think people will know that you're Mandy Moore at the bare minimum.
I don't know. The selfies I took, I think I look a lot more like her. And part of me is like, maybe I should try and take more pictures. But I don't know if I look as much like her because I had to angle to show the wings. And I think I look more like her straight on.
No, that still looks like her.
Okay. By the way, turns out I have a shape-shifting face. For some reason, I'm able to look like most of these people, which the only time I've consciously picked someone because I looked like them was Rosamund Pike.
Yeah.
The rest, the Dakota Johnson one, sometimes I'm like, whoa, Megan, you really just, that looks an awful lot like her.
But the thing is when she has blonde hair, you don't look like her.
No.
So on a day-to-day, you don't look like her, and she sometimes has blonde hair early in her career.
And we look nothing
and
like each other.
Alike.
I just, I don't know how it works. I'm excited about it.
I want to make an announcement. During this recording, within the last 5 minutes, I wiped my nose because there was a powdery substance on it. It was not.
But Melissa's getting through her move, but just lines and lines of Coke.
It was just my makeup. I hadn't brushed it off all the way.
Hey, honestly, now that you said that, I was baking this part of my face, and I don't know if I brushed mine off either. Rest assured, everybody, you will never catch me doing Coke. Coke scares the shit out of me. I've never done it.
No, I don't want. The only thing I want going up my nose is a COVID test because it feels so good. I do not want to snort something up there. My God.
I know a kid in middle school used to snort Smarties, and I
yeah,
wonder where he is now.
Do that.
I know.
No, thank you.
You want to collapse your nostrils for what? Sugar?
I also think about in movies where they do drugs and they do vitamin B and grind it up, and then that's what they're snorting. No. CGI that shit.
I just have to, first of all, also, I'm not to be a prude. I also hate drugs in movies. So I just also don't need to see it. I just don't need to see them doing it. But the idea that it's oh, okay, this will be fine. Sure. But it's still the mechanism of snorting. It's not just yes, it is what you are snorting, but it is the mechanism of snorting it. It will fuck.
No, thank you.
And when I think of certain things that not to get gross, I mean, we're already getting gross, that congeal with moisture,
no.
I'm
and then I have to do not just snort a line. I have to give lines after that.
I have to perform when my post-nasal drip is just this bit, vitamin B doesn't taste, I'm assuming they're getting not the raspberry kind of pink ones that they sometimes do. It's B12. But there's no way that is enjoyable, like in the sense of like, oh, I really feel like I'm in character, because there's no shot it feels like cocaine.
No.
And then it's just like, now this is just a hindrance. It's like working with a baby.
Vitamin B does give you energy, so it might be like a quick little rush, but not a cocaine rush. Like
those little sniffing things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like ready for Christmas now. Now I'm ready to decorate for Christmas. I'm ready to put up decorations, to put up the tree.
Thanksgiving is no love.
No, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. What are you gonna make this year?
For what?
Thanksgiving.
I don't cook. We haven't done that in a couple years. We go to a special place.
Is your mom coming?
Yep.
What movie? Wait, Wicked 2?
Of course.
I forgot that that's the exact timeline of it, because I saw it over Christmas.
That's why I was giving
yes
the timeline. So The Wiz, it starts out at Thanksgiving. That's how The Wiz starts out. It's a Thanksgiving thing. So we do The Wiz the week before, or the week of Thanksgiving, and then we do Wicked 2. Greater bad good. I don't know what it is.
She's brunette now, by the way. She dyed her hair back. Ariana.
Oh.
The blonde is gone.
Great. Welcome back.
If there was ever a time for a wig.
Did you see that the little girl that's playing in a flashback of Glinda is Puerto Rican?
Jonna, she's got a sense of humor. You're kidding me. No. You're kidding.
She does look like Ariana, though. Another shapeshifter.
Hey, different shapeshifting in a different way. A little more.
Know.
You know, there's a little more saturation in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little less like that. I'm a little more of a drawing on a mole, a little bit more of a contour.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know. I'm so excited for that movie, though.
Me too.
There's so many good movies I'm like incredibly excited for, but I have to tell you the thing that I have been repeat watching over and over and over again.
Before we get into that, what is this show?
Oh, we're going to give you advice. We're going to help you out with your lives. And we're going to, you can call us at 310-694-0976. If you're an international listener, you can send us a audio message at meghanpodcast@gmail.com. If you don't want to talk or use your voice, don't forget, you can always use a voice changer. But if you don't want to do that and you want to type it out, you can email it to the same email address, or you can send us a DM, or you can fill out the form that we have in our bio listed in the show notes as well. And for the voice ones, under 3 minutes, and for the written ones, under 300 words. All anonymous. We need your age. We need to know important facts.
Yeah. In addition to giving advice, we also talk about pop culture, current events, and just things that we want to get into.
Yeah. And we encourage you, if you have something to get off your chest, maybe it's not advice, but you need to, like, I need to get this thing off my chest. I'm so mad about this. Or I have to rant about this. Or even, was I wrong for doing this thing? You can also submit that to any of those above. The thing that has been bringing me joy lately has been, I've been running it back. I have been circling back to a slide down. I have just been watching compilations of the Boston cop slide over and over and over again. And
Megan, why did I watch it like 2 weeks ago? That's all I was doing.
Because, like, it's, by the way, a timeless beauty.
I saw, the reason I got back into it is because there was a couple, they were just on a little stroll and they realized that that was the slide. And so they went down it. They didn't really have it. It was fast, but they didn't come out the way that he came out. And then I went and watched more videos of him doing it.
It is just, like, so beautiful. If anyone is unfamiliar, there is this slide in Boston.
A death trap.
So I guess it started with that these parents, like, so it's across the street from City Hall. And so these parents, like, kept calling the city to be like, hey, there's this, like, new slide that you installed that's, like, so dangerous. You need to fix this. You need to, like, you can't do this. It's so dangerous. These kids are getting hurt. And they were like, you guys are, like, so weird. Like, helicopter parents, like, chill out. It is a slide. And after, like, getting dozens and, like, nonstop since this slide was put in, finally they were like, okay. And they sent, like, a beat cop being like, okay, go just, like, check it out or whatever. And so he goes down the slide and this man thrashes, whips about. I honestly, I think he probably got a concussion. Like, he hit his head hard on the metal, hard on the ground. He flipped from being, like, riding on his butt on his stomach to his side. Like, it is It's wild. And so
you can hear him. Like, before you even see him shooting out, you can hear him through this slide.
Yeah. It's a violent slide. And I did a deep dive on it because, by the way, I not only love watching him go down it, I like watching other people go down it. I'm worried about their safety. For him, I'm laughing. I
truly don't know how he went, because I've seen other people go down it and it's not as dramatic as he is. So was he channeling a child? I don't know. But why is the slide still there?
So my research has determined that depending on the time of the year, if you have exposed skin or shoes with rubber soles, you will naturally go down slower because they will just catch. He had like full slippery clothes. But the reason why a lot of kids don't go down as fast because kids can like sit up while they do it. So that naturally slows the momentum down. Adults have to lay down. Now, the reason everyone thinks that I've seen people go almost as hard as him, but like he is the number one. People think it's because of his belt. So he's got taser and a gun. So he's riding on high plastic, like only on 2 pressure points. So that's like so much faster. And everybody's like, oh my God, all these people in the comments are like, reminds me of the 80s, stealing those trays from McDonald's and riding them down the slide. That's why he's going fast. I know a plastic slide anywhere. And I was like, okay. Like, they're like, he's got plastic on the butt and that's what's making him go super fast. But people like will wear helmets and try and go as fast as him. But the thing that I learned beyond just the origin story of them trying to get him to go here is that in order to get on the slide, are you familiar with how you get to the slide?
Yeah.
You have to climb through an entire obstacle course. And the idea that this man did that with a gun, I'm like, okay, would you take your stuff off?
Well, I feel like during training for a cop, he probably has to go through the same type of thing.
For sure. It is child size.
But also, why is it still there? I don't understand. Why is it still there?
Well, now it has a Google Map location for you to go to, and it's called the Boston Cop Slide, and the picture is him face down on the ground afterwards. And I did, in fact, ask Mott's if he ever has to go to Boston for work to bring me because I want to go on the slide.
Okay. No.
Let's
not do that because you
knee pads
are 1, clumsy, 2, break easily. No.
A sleeping bag?
No.
Elbow pads?
No.
A neck brace?
No.
I like the obstacle course.
You're so fucking long too. No.
That's what part of me thinks that I actually wouldn't snap the same way everyone does. Where
you
they
will
like
snap, not the same way, but you will snap.
Where it flips their body because I'm like, my body's not like, I'm going to be in more places at once. Like I'm going to be in 2 parts of the slide at once where a lot of people, they're only in 1.
No, Megan.
Well, I'd like to just see it in the flesh one day.
Okay, you can see it, but you're not getting on it.
No, it's so
also
funny.
Going through that obstacle course, you're going to be out of breath by the time you get there.
That's unfortunately true.
Well, speaking of people that can't move.
Ouch. Fucking painful.
We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about somebody else who can't move.
You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. If you've shopped online, it's extremely likely that you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout? The one that makes the process from, I think I'm ready to buy, to, I can't wait till it gets here, so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. It gives you a leg up from the very beginning, with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates to express your brand style, so you don't have to spend time coding a website. Shopify allows you to tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. Plus, they have built-in marketing and email tools to help find and keep new customers, so you can easily spread your brand's word. And did I mention that iconic purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world? It's the reason why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. Your customers already know it, love it, and actually use it. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm.
Greetings from my bath, festive friends. The holidays are overwhelming, but I'm tackling this season with PayPal and making the most of my money. Getting 5% cash back when I pay in 4. No fees, no interest. I used it to get this portable spa with jets. Now the bubbles can cling to my sculpted but pruny body. Make the most of your money this holiday with PayPal. Save the offer in the app.
Ends 12/31. See paypal.com/promo terms. Points can be redeemed for cash and more. Pay in 4 subject to terms and approval. PayPal Inc. and MLS 910457.
I'm 21 and I need your advice because I feel completely stuck in this never-ending loop with my ex. We dated all through high school and into college. He was my first everything. First love, first heartbreak, the whole cliche. We broke up almost a year ago, and since then, we've tried to stay friends. On paper, it sounds mature. In reality, it's been a mess. He swears he still loves me, but he's also been with other girls since we split. I tell myself I'm fine with that, but every time I see a post or hear about him going out with someone else, it hits me like a punch. We keep trying to cut contact, and every time we do, one of us ends up texting the other. It's like neither one of us can let go. But we can't move forward either. I've tried dating other people, but it never feels right. I've gone to parties, met people through friends, even considered downloading Tinder, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I want something that feels natural, real, not a rebound or a hookup, just a genuine connection. To make things more complicated, our families are still close. His mom texts me sometimes like nothing happened, and my parents still ask about him. A few weeks ago, he and I got into a huge fight, and I swore I'd stop talking to him for good. Now I feel guilty for how it ended, and part of me wants to reach out just to make peace. So I guess I need advice. Should I try to make amends just for closure, or should I finally cut him off completely and start over? And how do I actually move on when I feel like part of me is still stuck in that relationship?
You need to move on so badly. Like, so badly and so long ago.
Yeah, they know that. They want to know how.
Well, I just think that, like, you need to get everybody on board with this is Miss Moving On. Like, you need to get everyone on board with that. You need to tell his parents. You need to tell your parents. You need to tell your mutual friends. Like, I'm sure because, like, he's in your social groups from all of these different, like, high school, college, all these different, like, aspects of your life. If you are, like, which you have been, both of you, like, wishy-washy about it, everybody in your life is going to, like, that'll be the standard and the expectation. But if it's like, I'm no longer talking to this person, then it's like, oh, okay, so we're not going to invite him when he's here. Like, we're not going to have these run-ins or anything like that. But closure is a myth. And the reason why you're like, I want something real. I don't want just like a hookup. Like, you can't have that unless you start dating people, unless you start talking to people. And if you want something that you ensure is real, then you have to get back together with him, and you can't be with anyone else ever again. Like, if you want something that is like so 100% sure you know what you're going to get, then you have to get back together with your ex, and then you have to take the good and the bad with that. But like, if that is not the relationship for you, or you're even like not 100% sure, and like you obviously broke up for a reason, you eventually will have to date. You will have to put yourself back out there, and some dates might suck. Some dates might be great. Some dates might whatever. But inevitably, you have to live that life and make those choices and those decisions and do those things to get to something that is a real, wonderful, great connection. But I think if you want to, like this, I'm not saying this to be like passive aggressive, but it's like, if you also don't have to get over him, like you can get back together with him. All of your problems are going to be the same problems. Like, you can do that. You can make that choice to get back together with your ex, never be with anybody else ever again, because this is what it feels like for you. But then ultimately you are choosing something that is the best possible thing that you can think of, because it's the only thing you've experienced. And then that's why you're choosing that. And like, I don't know. I just think inevitably and eventually you will look back and regret that you thought and decided that the best option that you had in your 21-year-old mindset will be the best option and the thing that you want when you're like 45.
Yeah, I think you need to go back to the why. Why did y'all break up? You didn't really tell us why it was, but obviously there was a reason that y'all did that. And also, like, as far as like getting over and being with somebody else, I'm guessing you've never really dated anybody else since you were together since high school, and you've been together since college, and you're like, I want a genuine connection. That's not going to happen just right off the bat. You're going to have to get out there and date. Like, you can't just think that you're going to meet somebody and then have this connection with them. You've got to go on dates. You have to do it. You need to block him on everything, because you're just going to keep thinking about him, wondering what he's doing, texting him, still getting into little fights and spats. You've got to block him. You've got to cut him completely out of your life, or it's just you're going to be on this continuous cycle of what if. You've got to tell his parents, like, I love y'all. Y'all were such a big part of my life. You probably think of them as like second parents to you. But like right now, and I'm sure they're probably rooting for y'all to get back together, which is why his mom is still texting you. But you have to say, like, I don't know if they know why you broke up, but maybe reiterating that and saying, like, this is something that we're not interested in working out right now, because if we were, we'd still be working for our relationship. For right now, as much as I love you, like, we cannot talk anymore, because I need to be able to get over him. You need to tell your parents, like, please don't ask about him, because when you do, that brings up old emotions for me, and I can't move on with my life. So I think, like, just being upfront with everybody that you're around, everybody that knows him, everybody in your life, like, it's not healthy for you to still talk about him, because at this point, you cannot get over him, and you're interested in getting over him, but there's just all these obstacles in the way. So download Tinder, go out with guys, do all these things. If you're not at the point where you're ready to date, okay, date yourself. Like, figure out who you are as somebody not in a relationship. Like, try not to think about him with other people. Just because he's out there dating doesn't mean that's what you necessarily have to do. But like, focus on healing from this relationship that's taken up so much time in your life. Like, it's a big part of your life. It's going to take a minute to get over him if that's what you actually want. So if that's what you want, you need to focus on yourself and healing, and then maybe the dating will come later.
I do wonder, because in this part, so he swears he still loves me, but he's also been with other girls since we split. So part of me wonders if you had your way, you would be back together, and like, you're not feeling picked and you're not feeling chosen, because he's telling you he loves you. He's telling you that, like, all of this stuff, but like, he's dating other people. He's not making the effort to like get back together or anything like that. And so that to me is like even more of a reason why you need to cut contact with him, because if he wanted to be with you, he would. And this whole thing of like, I want it to feel natural and real. Look back to like, I don't know how old you were in high school when you started dating, but like, that didn't feel natural. Like, that was like, it's awkward, it's like clunky, but because you've been with him for so long, you kind of look at like the best part of your relationship as like the litmus test for the first date with like, or the first conversation with new people. And that's just like so entirely not fair. But again, like, either this relationship, the problems will be the problems, and the good stuff is the good stuff that and like, that's the only threshold you have. And if that's what you want, go for it. But I think that there's something to be said about the fact that like, that you need to cut contact, and you're having a hard time with that. And he should not be able to have like actual real cutting of contact with someone. The other person choosing to not cut contact should not affect that. That person needs to be blocked. It's not that you're seeing it and you have the option to respond. Like, even if he wanted to break contact, you should set your barriers up so high that you have no idea that is not something that's actually affecting you for that. You can't let there be a door open, and it can't be like, hey, we're agreeing we're going to do this, because you're not a we. Like, not to, I don't want to like make it sound painful, but like, you're not a we anymore. Like, you have to do what's right for you, and you have to pick your boundaries, and you have to pick that, and you have to be like, I need this space. And who knows how you'll feel after that. But of course, you're not going to feel excited about new people and dating. And in general, like, I would focus on Tinder. I would not focus on your friends setting you up with people, because like, I don't think you actually need to hop into like a real, very serious, deep, intense relationship.
No.
Right now at all. Because you're still not even over your ex. Like, that's not fair to someone else that you're dating. But you should get used to dating. Dating should start to feel not necessarily like natural, because dating can always be like awkward or exciting or like a whole varying of emotions. But it should feel like something that you need other things to compare this to. Like, you need to be able to compare first dates to other first dates, not with him. Mm-hmm. And like other first dates, not to us like 3 years into our relationship and the best date we ever had. Like, there just you need to have more life experience to compare these things to, and also to compare how you are with them, because like how you are with someone who you've dated for so long, or even like people you've been friends with for a really long time. Like, people talk about like you revert back to that version of yourself, and you might not even know all these different like versions of you if you stay in something that has kept your circle so small.
So good luck. Let us know how it goes.
I've got high hopes.
Me too. We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to get into some monkey business.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses come with open-ear audio, so you can listen to your favorite music without blocking out the world around you.
Hey, Meta, play Gorgeous.
Here's Gorgeous by Doja Cat.
You can also ask Meta AI questions.
Hey, Meta, when's Doja Cat's next concert?
Doja Cat is playing at the Los Angeles Theater next Tuesday.
Sweet.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, available at Ray-Ban stores and other authorized retailers.
I'm 32, juggling family, working full-time, and earning a bachelor's degree. At University of Phoenix, I earn career-relevant skills with every 5-week course. Skills I can use now, not just after graduation.
Earn skills in weeks, not years. Visit phoenix.edu.
This episode is brought to you by Buffalo Trace Distillery. Powerful yet smooth. Contained but never tame. Proudly going their own way, but never going alone. This is the spirit inside Buffalo Trace Bourbon. Made at Buffalo Trace Distillery, the world's most award-winning distillery. Buffalo Trace is always perfectly untamed. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace Distillery, Franklin County, Kentucky. 90 proof, 45% alcohol by volume. Learn more at buffalotracedistillery.com. Please drink responsibly.
And we are back.
All right, Megan. I don't know if you got this crazy. I'm sure you've heard about it by now. But
did I get the push notification? Of course I did.
The citizen alert was wild.
I like when they write it from like a not journalistic standpoint. Like, they really take an opinion. I like when they do that.
Journalists. Like, citizen is not journalists.
No, my favorite is when they like report on something that cops are doing, and it's always like the suspicious emoji.
I got this alert on Citizen last week that said, aggressive virus-infected monkey on the loose after semi-truck crashed in Mississippi. And I said, what? My first thought was, this was literally a storyline on General Hospital in 2006. It wasn't a crash, but there was an infected monkey running around causing encephalitis and people getting sick, and they had to shut down the hospital.
Encephalitis is not a good one to get.
No, they had to shut down the hospital. People died, like long-term characters died. It was wild. It was a whole month of this that it took place over the course of a couple days. But the show, yeah, it was great. They used to do back when like sweeps meant something before streaming. They would do these big sweeps arcs that were incredible. And so at first they were saying that it was one monkey and that it was exposed to COVID-19, hepatitis C, herpes, and should not be approached. That was the initial report. And then it came out later that there were several monkeys that actually weren't exposed to any of these things. And they're still on the loose. I think there's 3 currently as we're recording this on Thursday. 3 are still on the loose, but they haven't been exposed to any of these things. And then later I saw in Texas, there was a monkey in, I think it was Walmart, in the ceiling.
That's a different
Don't
monkey.
think it's a different monkey, but still, why are all these monkeys out?
Why are all these monkeys?
Yeah.
This, to me, I'm just hoping that, what's that movie I love?
Contagion.
I do love that movie. Is it Planet of the Apes? Is that the one I like?
I don't know. There's like a
What's the
million
one
of
with
Planet
Caesar?
of the Apes. I think that's Planet of the Apes. There's
so
a million
many.
Planet of the Apes though, so
Yes. Okay. Yes. Caesar. By the way, you know how big of a fan I am? If I just look at the image, if I look at any of the cover and I go, oh, that's Caesar, I recognize that CGI monkey. I recognize him. To me, now it's time for a new movie. Now it's time for this. To me is like a new generation. This is like the new Avengers, because like unfortunately, can't even talk about it. So many of my beloved chimps have moved on, have passed from this series. They've died. And I do want to repeat again, these aren't CGI. These are not real animals, but they have been needing a refresh. Introduce a whole new, what do you call a group of monkeys? A coven, a pack,
I don't think it's a coven.
A family, a school. If it's coven, I'll die. It's not.
It's not coven. A troop.
Like Dancing with the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
We've needed a new troop. And to me, this is what they thought the Eternals was going to be in Marvel. Like, we are bringing this forward. And I have so many ideas for this. I will say a lot.
So you're just saying a new Planet of the Apes movie?
Yeah, with young ones, because I think these are young
sure
monkeys.
They're going to come out. They come out with them every few years.
No, I know, but I want this to be the basis.
This is okay.
I will say I have loved fondly that they have been setting most of these in Northern California. There's a wee bit of me that does get quite irate at the geography of where they get from one place to another, or how they can see things from certain places, and specifically when they talk about redwood trees. And I'm like, that's like really not where this is, but you know, that's fine. But hey, it could be a rural, it's on the side of the road, like, whoa. But did you see all the comments of people being like, this is why we shouldn't test on animals? And I do want to know if those people think that these monkeys were enraged by hepatitis and that they killed the driver and then they let themselves out of the car. Because that's the vibe that they're getting. They're like, this is why you can't do that. I'm like,
yeah, I have seen those comments, but then now they're saying, oh, there was also that thing that it came out and there was like, the monkeys have been destroyed. What?
Oh yeah, they
why would you use that word? Euthanized? Like, we can't find
they
that
shot
word.
them. They didn't.
I understand, but there are other words that you can say. It's been put
captured.
Down.
Yes.
The threat has been
eliminated.
Yeah.
That's
but
still
also,
a little...
like, if they later said these haven't been exposed, but they clearly been exposed to something if y'all think these monkeys are dangerous enough to destroy them.
Well, I also
like,
think
if it's just a monkey, then why can't you just recapture the monkey?
I think it's because there's like 25 of them. I think it's a numbers game. I don't think it's like a temperament issue. I think it's also like they have not like lived in the wild. They have been living in cages. So like they don't know how to, it's like the squirrel. They don't know how to act. And so they,
Okay, capture them and take them to wherever they were going on their next location. That's why I think there's something else up with these monkeys.
Oh, you think they're hiding something?
Yes. Because why not just recapture them and take them to where they were going?
We got to get you on the phone with the producers of Planet of the Apes, because this is where the real story comes in. Yeah. Wow.
Unless they were taking them to kill them.
Yeah, where were they taking them?
Then share the story.
Where were they taking them?
I don't know.
What happened to the driver?
Don't know.
Yeah, I've actually
tried.
tried.
Nobody's focusing on the driver. at all. It's just the monkeys.
Monkey on the loose driver. This sounds like a children's book. Oh yeah, the Mississippi police were mistakenly told that they were in danger, and that's why they, in the quotes, destroyed them.
Again, why
the
is that the
vehicle's
worst?
driver? Oh, now we have it. The vehicle's driver told deputies that the primates posed a threat to humans, that they were aggressive, that they had. Okay, so this driver, this is a transpo driver who has decided that he's now a scientist. He said that they were aggressive, that they all had hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID, and they would require personal protective equipment to handle. The driver of the truck told local law enforcement the monkeys were dangerous and posed a threat to humans. So they were being hauled from Tulane University, which has a natural biological research center that provides primates to other research organizations to advance science. And turns out those monkeys were, in fact, not infectious. Oh, so the monkeys belong to a third party. Who's the third party?
So not only did this driver crash, what was the cause of the crash, but now he caused these monkeys to be killed, destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he knows. Maybe he's like the evil scientist who knew that.
Mm-hmm. He intercepted. He's actually not even real. Like,
no, he's not the real driver.
They already captured. He got rid of the real driver. He's wearing a mask where he looks like the real. Mm-hmm. He looks like the actual driver.
His pass,
and he got the thumbprint.
Yep, he's got his thumb. Check his pockets. His thumb. Yep. The driver's thumb is in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So the primates in question belong to another entity, and they have not been exposed to infectious agents. The non-human primates. So why do we call them primates? One, and then the next line we say the non-human primates.
Because they are primates, and they're also non-human primates. I think it's either AI writing this article, or they just want to.
They're just trying to switch it up.
Yeah.
We're not being transported by Tulane, but we're actively collaborating with local authorities and are sending a team of animal care experts to exist. Oh, they did not specify how many monkeys, which said it weighed about 40 pounds each, were on board. Oh, 3 monkeys still remain on the loose. Yeah, I want to know about this driver.
Mm-hmm. Very suspicious.
Maybe
it crashed because the actual driver escaped and then created a diversion.
And he said, be free. Let them find you. Let them see what they've done. Wow.
We've created a whole story.
And this is why there's so many Planet of the Apes movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just so many. Have you seen any of them?
I saw, like, the really old ones, like, from, I don't know when they came out, the 70s.
Oh.
My uncle, he was a big movie nerd and TV show nerd, and he would make us watch all the classics. And I was scared. I didn't like it.
I have to say that there is a certain point in like CGI and special effects that I can't watch the earlier stuff because that freaks me out more. Like, there's just,
it looks more realistic because they're actual humans walking around, and so it's just humans.
Mm-hmm. Or when they do animatronics, like that shit, so much scarier to me than CGI.
The earlier Jurassic Park movie is way more scarier than current Jurassic Park.
So much. But the one that I always think of, the first one I saw, was the one with James Franco. And the way that they said it, like, it should be that this whole monkey enclosure is like quite literally in Marin. And they like have a view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, they're just looking out. And I was like, I love that I know exactly where this would be, but it's just like I felt such a deep connection to these primates, like from these movies, like
these non-human primates.
Yeah, these non-human primates. And you know what I did not feel a deep connection to? The humans, not at all. I was like, that's fine, except for the dad. He had, it's such a sad storyline, but like he's got like I think it's all, I can't say the word. He's got dementia.
Oh. Alzheimer's.
Yep. He's got dementia, and like he he flees. It's like he's sundowning and he flees, and the monkey he chases after him. So the monkey like essentially follows him and is like trying to get him to safety, but then people are freaking out because there's this monkey that's just living in these people's house in the suburbs, and they're just like, it's very Berkeley. They're very upset and all of this stuff, and they like, that's when they start taking the monkey away. And like, he was so helpful for the dad. though he did steal the monkey to test the monkey so he could do things for dementia treatment.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But God, the acting on those CGI monkeys is incredible. Which they're real actors who will do.
Say it's real actors.
Yeah. And they'll do like the facial stuff. But like, it's impressive. It's very good. We did that after we did, or before we did rewatch all the Transformers movies.
I feel like they go together.
They do. I'm so glad you can acknowledge that.
Yeah. I mean, it's about humans and being bad.
Yeah. And like
essentially.
the things that we take advantage of and how they treat us better and we don't deserve it.
Yep. All right. We're going to take a break. And when we get back, we're going to get into some thievery.
You know how to make a great meal. And when it comes to the mess, Palmolive knows how to handle it. Palmolive Ultra removes up to 2.5 times the grease versus Dawn Non-Concentrated. Palmolive's most powerful formula instantly cuts grease, leaving you with sparkling clean dishes. Palmolive Ultra. Click or tap the banner to shop now or visit palmolive.com.
Silent nights? Total drag. But incredible holiday deals are happening now on Bose.com with products that deliver full, rich sound and transform boring into anything but. This season, give the gift of sound they'll love on silent nights and long after the holidays are over. Find something for everyone on your list on Bose.com. Holidays deserve music. Music deserves Bose. Shop Bose.com/Spotify.
Is it getting hot in here? Nah, girl, it's just the menopause. Introducing Weight Watchers for Menopause. Now with medical experts trained in perimenopause and menopause. Clinicians and coaches to guide a tailored nutrition program and access to medications like GLP-1s and hormone replacement therapy to target menopausal weight gain. Get the care you deserve. Join us today at WeightWatchers.com.
Medication requires a prescription. Not all customers will qualify. See site for important safety info and additional details.
And we're back.
I'm so excited for this. You know I love a thief.
I don't know about this one.
Well, I don't love... Actually, it depends. We all know someone who had a shoplifting phase. I did not. I am 27, she, her, and I've been dating my boyfriend for a little over a year. And I love him deeply. He is kind. Oh God, is he the thief? He is kind, thoughtful, and the first person who's ever made me feel truly safe. Safes, you say? But there's one thing about him that my family can't forgive. He made a huge mistake. He stole money from the company he works for that his uncle owns. Just a few $100s. Oh. But I know it's still serious. Okay. He confessed it to me early, but never repaid it and let someone else take the fall, and they were fired. Oh my God. I saw how much guilt he carried and decided to believe in the man that he's trying to become and not the man he was.
Girl.
That's so noble of you. But my parents, why the fuck did you tell your parents? Girl, you told at 26 years old, you said, let me tell my parents that the man I am dating.
How long they've been together?
A little over a year.
Oh, okay. So
27.
Sorry.
Your frontal lobe's fully developed. You said, let me go tell my parents.
Yeah. I know somebody that would tell their parents this.
Sticky fingers. When I told them about, but my parents, they think I've completely lost my mind. No shit. When I told them about him, my dad said, if he's a thief once, he'll be a thief forever. And my mom cried for 2 days. Okay, Mom, that's fucking dramatic. That's fucking dramatic. They refused to meet him, told me they won't come to our wedding if we ever get engaged, and basically said I'm throwing away my future. Is your family wealthy? Because that's what this is sounding like. They're sounding like
he's gonna come and steal our money.
Yeah, I think they're a little worried about that. Padlocks on everything in the home. Here's where it gets worse. Last week, my mom called and said she got an anonymous email, someone claiming that my boyfriend's been lying to me and the theft wasn't his only quote-unquote mistake. They said he left his last job because of something far worse. Oh my God. I don't know who sent it. He swears it's not true. But now I'm terrified my parents might be right. Am I wrong for standing by him when everyone I love says I'm being naive? Do I trust the man I know or the version I keep hearing about him from everyone else? That man in your bed is a stranger.
Run.
Oh my God.
Why? You are being so naive. Get Get out.
I have to assume you're rich. I have to assume you grew up rich because like this is giving like naive rich girl has no like. Well, I think he'll be fine, and it's like no,
unless you're also a thief. You're like, we go on crime sprees together, so it's fine. And you didn't confess to anything, but you went and tattled to your parents.
This is objectively great, and the fact that you're like, why won't they like him? I did tell him, in fact, that he did steal money. The anonymous email. How do they have your mom's email? Like,
maybe she has a business too, and then it's a public email address.
You need to run a background check on this man.
Somebody that knows her.
Yeah, like you have to run a background. You like this person that they're telling you that he is. This is.
Where's the uncle?
That's what I'm saying. Like
the uncle sent the message. Like the uncle actually knew it was him that stole and was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Also, when people say that guilt eats them alive, the only thing that can reverse like any or like help with any of that is like making amends and like making that thing right. You can't be like completely eaten alive by guilt while doing absolutely nothing about it and like letting it happen.
Or it was the guy that got fired. The person that got fired is the one that is figuring things out.
Yeah, this is just like, by the way, he's not like, you know, confiding in you and like, you know, being vulnerable. Like you're now an accomplice. Like he's making sure you know about his crimes. That's not okay.
Like, if y'all get married and then like, does he still work for the uncle? The uncle comes to the wedding and you're like, not telling. No.
But also financial crimes, I would never. Other crimes, no. Financial crimes like that, I'm like, I don't want to have a shared finance with you then. Like I am afraid of that. Like this is, what did he need the money for? What was the, by the way, you stole a couple $100. First of all, why? Like you work for your uncle, ask for a couple $100.
Yeah, like just ask your uncle for some money.
So that to me is like either he's lying about the amount that it was or what it was for was something that he could never ask for. So I'm like, okay, do we have another problem? Is there gambling? PS5. Yeah, he got a Wii Sport. He's like, I found it on eBay. But part of me also wonders, like, this email that your mom received is so dramatic. I kind of wonder if she just wrote it to herself.
2 days crying?
2 days for a couple $100?
Were you being?
Maybe you inherited some of your mom's dramatics. You were exaggerating a little.
But I need you to do better. Because if you're going to be with a thief, you can't also be a snitch.
No, and you also, wow, great fucking point. And you also need to reap the benefits. Like, if you're going to, like, steal things, I need that to improve our quality of life. I need this to be, like, I need you to Robin Hood it. I need you to, like, rob the bad people, to give back to the people who need it. Like, there needs to be something there. But, like, if it is, like, petty theft and, like, kleptomania, like, that is something that is deeply unattractive and indefensible because, yeah, your parents aren't going to want him around because they're like, sticky fingers? No, he can't come in. And also if you're like, your parents won't meet him and you've been dating him for a year, I would love to know when you found out about him stealing from his uncle and when you told your parents.
Yeah.
Because, like, did he tell you on your first date and then you were like, love a dangerous boy, and then you went and told your parents and they were like, don't love that? Yeah, I think you are a little too naive, sheltered, and innocent to be dating a thief. I think that, like, that life is for some people, and I don't think that life's for you.
You're not built for this.
No. And your parents are ensuring that you're not built for this. They won't pay for the wedding. And I just have, like, this perfect image of your family in my head, and they are kind of like the family from the TV show Revenge, and they've got money. I could see that mom crying.
If you were part of Revenge, though, you would be better at keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah, you'd be a lot better at this.
Well.
Okay.
All right. I want to talk about this SNAP benefits and how it's an economic disaster. And not just that, but also you just want people to be hungry. So how's one of the wealthiest nations on earth, we're even debating whether to cut off food aid to 42 million people. This isn't just a humanitarian crisis. In the making, it's an act of economic self-sabotage. Cutting off the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance, which is SNAP, is a devastating blunder that sends shockwaves through our entire economy. SNAP isn't some charity handout. It's a massive, automatic economic stimulus that hits the ground immediate. It's a direct shot into the economy. Every single dollar in SNAP benefits is money spent quickly in local stores, farmers markets, and retailers. It directly translates into revenue from those businesses. And I'm saying this like in the way that like some people are like, well, people have to earn their food. What the fuck are you talking about? So maybe like because you think that food is a privilege, then like talking about the economy is going to make more sense to you. I don't know. But when you stop SNAP, you instantly rip about $8 billion a month out of the consumer economy. That's money that was used to pay for food that now will just disappear. There's a massive multiplier effect. Studies show that SNAP has one of the highest economic multipliers of any federal program. For every dollar spent on SNAP, it generates up to $1.80 in economic activity. Cutting it isn't just a loss of $8 billion, it's a loss of potentially over $14 billion in overall economic output. When grocery stores sales drop, what happens? Retailers make less money, which means they cut back, they buy fewer goods, they reduce hours, they lay off workers. That's a direct hit on low-wage retail and agricultural jobs. We're talking about putting people who rely on those paychecks onto the unemployment line, further depressing consumer spending. And then those people also will not have the benefits of SNAP. It's just a circle that will hurt people. The economic damage extends far beyond supermarket checkout lines. Cutting SNAP immediately and severely impacts public health, and poor health if it is expensive. Soaring health costs, which is another thing that's about to go way up. People, especially the elderly and those with dietary-sensitive chronic illnesses like diabetes and hypertension, rely on SNAP to buy the nutritious food that manages their conditions. When they are forced to choose between cheap, ultra-processed food or skipping meals altogether, their health deteriorates immediately. This leads to a spike in emergency room visits, hospitalizations, and a long-term cost of uncontrolled chronic illness. We are simply trading food assistance for massively higher medical bills. Reduced productivity and academic failure. Food insecurity causes stress, anxiety, and impacts cognitive function. We are setting up parents and workers for lower productivity and, even more tragically, setting up children for declining academic performance and long-term educational disadvantage. We are actively undermining the future workforce. The fact that states are scrambling to put together patchwork, people are scrambling to, get food banks up and running, temporary funding and deploying the National Guard to food banks, which that's what Gavin Newsom is doing, is a testament to how essential the federal program is and how utterly inadequate the alternatives are. Food banks cannot absorb the shock. Food banks, which have already seen their own federal funding cut, are the safety net below the SNAP safety net. They are designed to supplement, not replace, a program serving 42 million people. They will be overwhelmed instantly, leading to millions going hungry. Financial chaos for families. As the University of Michigan's Kate Bauer points out, losing the average $187 per person per month means families have to find that money somewhere else. They stop paying the rent. They skip car repairs. They default on utilities. This pause in SNAP creates a domino effect of evictions, power shutoffs, and increased debt, destabilizing families and communities. It's a cruel game of financial whack-a-mole that pushes the most vulnerable into poverty. This just isn't about politics or budgets. It's a failure to understand basic economics. SNAP is an investment in human capital and a highly efficient way to keep demand and health stable. Taking it away is irresponsible, short-sighted action that will inflict unnecessary pain on families and inflict lasting damage on the economy. Stop treating food as a political weapon and keep the funding flowing.
Yep. I concur with all that. Like, it's just so ironic that this is the same party who wants to force people to have babies and then can't pay for that. And then the criticism I've seen from people being like, there needs to be rules about what you can get with it. Oh, there is. There quite literally is. Like, that already exists. And it's just like, well, they should be only having fresh fruit and vegetables. Okay, tell me how many bags of salad do you have in your fridge that have gone bad?
Right.
Tell me how many people you can feed with this. Tell me like how well that dollar is stretched out. And it's just like, it's infuriating. And like all of this, wow, Trump is knocking down a section of the White House and building a new ballroom. Yeah. And I'm like, tell me again about how we're poor. Yep. Tell me again about how broke we are. Tell me again about how he's saving you money. Do you know how much that's costing you a year in taxpayer dollars? And like, even people, I've seen people say like, you know, if there's like 100 people who are on Snap and like 99, if there's one of them who is like, quote unquote, scamming the system, which by the way, how do you scam the system? They're like, oh, they're selling it on the black market. You can't they're what? They're getting food? Oh my God forbid. They're like, if there's even one person who's scamming, like, that's fine. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you right now, 99 people could be scamming the system and one person is, scamming, quote unquote, and one person is not by these people's standards. I'm fine with that.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. I literally do not care. How is this affecting you personally?
No. You make around $60,000 a year. It costs you what, $30 a year in taxes. You know how much more money you are spending in taxes for this fucking golden ballroom, for all of this other like stupid fucking shit? It makes me so mad. And like this whole thing of like, we're not about
the billionaires. That's who's stealing from you.
Well, and this whole thing of being like, we're not about handouts. I'm like, okay, cool. So tell that to PPP loans. Tell that to corporate bailouts. Tell that to like all of it. Like, that is so much more fucking money. And when the government is forgiving that, that is coming out of your tax dollars.
Yep.
And it just makes me so mad. And like, I can't imagine how difficult it is for people who are receiving these benefits, because people don't talk about this, that they are actively usually receiving this or they're on government aid, because there's like a stigma against it. But like, I cannot imagine receiving this and like going on your like fucking Facebook or like being in your community and hearing people like talk so awfully and disparagingly about these quote unquote people who they think are just like freeloaders and all of this kind of stuff. And knowing that if you said, hey, I'm on this, they'd be like, well, no, you're an exception to the rule. And it's like, well, no, because this concept of this boogeyman that you have doesn't exist. It is the people who you would create the exception to that rule for, because it's just regular fucking people.
Yep.
Makes me mad. So
this is a reminder to go vote in your local elections. If you haven't voted yet, vote today, vote tomorrow. Go do it.
California, vote yes on Prop 50.
All right. That's the end of our episode.
We hope you all enjoyed monkeys, thieves, corporate greed. This episode had everything. Slimes. Well, we hope you all enjoyed.
Join us on Thursday. Where we'll be watching and reviewing. We've already watched. Where we will be reviewing. There's too many woo in that one. Mad Money.
Yep. That's what it's called.
Yep. A heist movie.
The heist movie.
All right. See you then.
Bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
Hi, Bald. It's me, Trixie Mattel, skinny legend and board-certified HVAC sommelier.
And me, Katya Zamolodchikova, the sweatiest creature in showbiz, reminding you to subscribe to the Bald and the Beautiful podcast.
Listen as we cover topics as varied as proper bidet usage, celebrity impression tutorials, and a television show I recently watched that I'll base my entire personality on for 6 weeks.
As well as creative pest control, tasty limeade recipes, and fun sex act trend.
We also chat about boobs and movies and wigs and stuff, which is obviously the public service part of the podcast.
So get ready for screaming, cackling, and some occasional educational moments as two massively unqualified queens talk about what it's like to be the epitome of fabulous.
Go subscribe to The Bald and the Beautiful with Trixie Mattel and Katya Zamolodchikova on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now.
Welcome and enter if you dare. Hi, I'm Hallie Keeper.
And I'm Allison Libby. And together, we're the hosts of Ruined, a scary movie podcast where Hallie tells me the grisly details of a haunting new horror film each week.
Whether you're a terror hound like me or a scaredy cat like Allison, we've got so many thrills, chills, and obviously kills to share with you in every episode.
It's the podcast that'll have you saying, that was so funny. I should not have listened to it at night with all the lights off.
From the greats like The Exorcist and Poltergeist to modern classics such as Hereditary and Get Out to the freakiest new releases like A Quiet Place and Terrifier, we ruin them all and we'll leave you howling, mostly from laughter, sometimes because you're turning into a werewolf.
Ooh. Listen along as I try and guess the movie's twist, predict who will survive, and answer the hardest question of all. What would you do?
So please listen to new episodes of Ruined every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And whatever you do, we're begging you, please keep it spooky.
Oh, the Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.